Hey everybody, welcome back to Bowhunt or Die. We've been gone at home for the last couple of months. What we didn't tell you guys was Todd was going through gender reassignment surgery, so I introduced you the new Todd. Todd, you look great, much younger you look. All right, this isn't actually Todd. This is Courtney. She is filling in for Todd today. Courtney, welcome.
Yes.
Courtney
Thank
is Brad's soon-to-be wife.
I am.
Are you guys still getting married in this whole COVID quarantine thing?
As of right now, yes, but just playing it week by week. I've just been kind of avoiding all the questions about the wedding because everyone's asking them, so I'll decide that like 4 weeks before the wedding.
Which is in like a month, 2 months?
2
When's your
months.
wedding? 3 months from
It's
now?
on your birthday.
Ah, it is on my birthday. My 40th birthday. Gosh, dang it, I'm getting old. Well, guys, welcome back to Bowhunt or Die in the studio with the good lights and the good camera. This certainly beats the Zoom meetings from my basement for sure. This week, Courtney, why don't you tell the folks what we're watching?
We are watching Paul Morrison's turkey hunt. So he uses a traditional bow, and he makes me extremely jealous not living in Wyoming. So
He's gonna make all of us jealous not living in Wyoming. So let's stop talking and let's jump into Paul's hunt right now.
Well, good morning, guys. I'm headed out here while Delisa gets Ryder ready. I'm gonna sling a couple arrows. Switched over, took off a couple HELLRAZORs and put some field tips on. So I'm gonna go out here and fling some arrows, get ready for this this morning. So Wyoming turkey hunting is a little bit different than back east. You don't hunt a whole lot of roost trees. Basically, get out there and look, use a lot of optics, and try to find the turkeys. Once you find the turkeys, then you make a play on them, try to get in front of them, and that's what we're going to try to do today. Alright, since I don't have a turkey target, I've got this groundhog right now. I shot him in the nose, so as long as I can make a decent shot like that on a turkey. Last week, Delisa killed a nice long beard. The week before that, me and Dustin were running around trying to kill something. I got really close to killing one. What ended up happening is the birds came in about 5 yards. They were gobbling. Dustin was behind me. I drew back and shot, and the bottom limb of my bow hit a big branch. So that's my excuse. The arrow kind of went down and hit some sticks and everything. So today I need to be cognizant of that and make sure when I set up there's no sticks around and everything. But that's the closest I've got to killing a bird, and hopefully it gets a little bit closer today. So we'll see you guys hopefully when we see a bird or something. All right, Ryder, you ready? Let's go. I see a hen. She's way on the other side. We're on some public land here, and I actually saw some hens up in this thick stuff. And so I went down there and called, and I heard a gobble way in the distance. So the idea right now is if I can sneak up into that thick stuff and get set up, maybe call the one in. It sounded like he was pretty far off, but at least we're on turkeys, and it is public, so it's kind of tough. The one public piece that we just left, there was like 4 trucks there, and it's not very big. Only one flock of turkeys even is on that piece, but so for turkeys, public is pretty hard out here. So I'm gonna see if I can get it done. So I got the decoy, the camera, the GoPro, obviously, and my traditional bow. I'm gonna try to self-film this and see what kind of exciting action we can get into. So Ryder and Delisa are up there on the road playing. I don't know if you can see them, but they're way up there. She's gonna try to keep him occupied while I go try to kill a turkey. So let's go, guys. So I've got some longbeards down here, or some gobblers gobbling at me. There's 2 hens in this thick stuff in front of me. I'm just gonna kind of chill out, set up the decoy here, and maybe call them in. They're a long ways away still, but they are answering. They're answering. We also have a rooster, a pheasant down here in the bottom that's shrieking every once in a while, but we can get past that. Maybe these birds will come in. So I'm gonna get set up and hope for the best. They're still gobbling down here. I'm just kind of waiting for them. They're 300 to 400 yards out, and they're in a dip. Like I said, we have a couple hens in here. Kind of figured one of those might pop out, but so far nothing. Delise and Ryder are down on the road walking back and forth, which is kind of funny. So, I mean, they're like 500 yards away too. But anyway, hopefully these birds pop up, see the decoy, see the fan, and maybe tuck tail and come in. So I've got a nice little 5-yard chip shot if they come all the way to the decoy. And we'll just see what happens. They're gobbling. I'm not sure if they're longbeards or not, but they sound like one of those half gobbles. But out here, the bird's gobble is different than eastern anyway, so it's kind of hard to tell. It's a long ways away, but pretty sure those are longbeards. It's kind of hard to see with the sun shining, but I think they're longbeards. This could happen pretty quick once they get through this draw down below me.
So Paul is way across the field from me. He's got a hen decoy, and he's in this brush. There are 2 longbeards working in from inside here. There's where Paul's decoy is, and Paul set up in that brush. These birds worked it and then kind of came down below him. Not sure if they've seen something they didn't like or what, but they're still hanging out. He's worked them in from quite a ways, so they basically started out clear over here in this dip, and they worked clear across here all the way over to where he has the decoy set up.
They're not coming any closer. My best bet is for them to hit the woods, and then once they hit that ditch, to go try to get them again in that ditch. It's my best bet. Alright, I think they finally went to the woods there. I had to be really careful though. Let's just go. We'll just leave the decoy here and take your fan.
This one's still flipping out. Here comes Paul. With a second arrow already locked and loaded. Nice.
Holy smokes, I got him. All right, guys. What do you think? Out here running around trying to schlock a big longbeard on public land here in Wyoming. My wife and son are in the truck down there watching the whole thing. We had them so close up here on top of the hill, and they just they got close enough and then they shied away. But they were all to the left of where I wanted to, where I was able to shoot. Let me turn this. Look, there's feathers right there on the ground. This is right where I shot them, and I was up there in the trees, and they came strutting right down here. I'm gonna go grab this turkey now. I shot the turkey again, ran down and shot him again, but honestly, he was about to expire, and I didn't have to. But I am not shy when it comes to slinging arrows, because a dead turkey is a good turkey. I've chased too many of them in my lifetime, but every one that I've chased has been amazing and fun. So I came down here and I pulled the one arrow out, but you can see the other arrow sticking in. And it's kind of crazy on these turkeys. A quartering away in kind of the back, tucked under the wing, is just as deadly as all get out. And look at that right there. Beautiful. All right, I'm getting back to the truck here, and Ryder is mad. I don't know what my wife's been doing the whole time I was up there, but probably trying to keep him quiet. He is mad. You want to go see the turkey? Come on. What's the turkey say?
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, the entire time, I'm like heart racing. Like, come back in. I thought you were gonna get him for sure when they came.
Oh, I know.
What's happened?
So they were too.
You got a tick on your hat.
They went too far to the left, and I couldn't shoot them. And they skirted all the way around me. You seen the turkey? Mama can cross.
Oh
Don't get your shoes dirty.
I'm not worried about getting dirty.
All right, we're coming up to the bird here. See what Ryder thinks about it. You want to go Stark now? Alright guys, well his attention span is not going to last long, so we're going to try to do this interview quick. Ryder, come here. You want to sit down with Daddy? So this has been just a freaking amazing day, and Ryder, like I said, his attention span is not going to last much longer. So, but anyway, he's having a great time with this bird, and this is something that I'm going to remember for a long time. So just to recap on the hunt, last week Delisa shot her bird, and so I have a tag left and Dustin has a tag left, and he's got his in-laws in town. So decided to jump out and try to do some self-filming on some public land out here that there's a lot of access, but just not a lot of birds on it. Normally it's the edges, and that's where we kind of found him about 600 yards away, and he finally worked in with another bird at about 10 yards, and I couldn't get a shot just because of the way that I was set up and the angle, but made a couple moves and got back on him, and actually made a really good shot. I followed it up with a second shot, and but I don't think I would have had to, because he was dead by the time I got down there pretty much. So but just a beautiful Merriam. We're gonna slap a tag on him real quick, grab Ryder, get some pictures and everything. But man, I hope you guys enjoyed. You know, try to get out there and do something a little bit different. And Tommy's setting the bar really high with his self-filming behind the things. So figured if he can do it, I can try to do it on these Merriams with a recurve. So thank the good Lord for just being able to be out here. You know, my wife supporting me, and Ryder being as patient as he can be. So see the turkey? Say bye-bye. What can you say? Bow hunter die? Anyway, guys, bow hunter die. I'm going to weigh this bird that we just shot. I feel like he's as heavy as Delisa's, but we'll see. We're going here to the HME scale. See what we got. Oh.
No
19.4.
All right, right, I gotta say, number one, I think that was the most gobbling I've ever heard in my life come out of a pair of turkeys. It seemed like it was nonstop at one point in time, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, especially at 10 yards away.
Yeah, that was very cool. So then, number two, I think Paul's picking up some serious street cred, some serious bow hunting street cred in this video. We got a turkey hunt, self-filmed, with no blind, traditional bow, public land, and it looks like he had some pretty heavy arrows going on. So like Paul literally like checked all the boxes of what you need to do in order to be cool in today's bow hunting community. So
You got multiple angles.
multiple angles. He did have to shoot it twice, but that's kind of just Paul. Like, and I'm with him, man. You just keep shooting until you're out of arrows or the animal's not moving anymore. So I can't fault him for that. So I don't know what else to say. It was a cool hunt. What did you think?
Well, after going turkey hunting for the first time in the beginning of April and chasing probably the same tom up and down a field for 4 days and not getting a single shot, I think it was probably one of the better turkey
You should
hunts
have
I've ever
grabbed a
seen.
fan and just went after him.
We did that. We thought of everything, but this turkey, I think it cobbled one time. They just weren't calling, and so
Yeah.
then there's this video and.
The turkeys out in Wyoming are a little different than ours here in Illinois. They definitely gobble a lot more, for sure. So congratulations to Paul on another successfully self-filmed traditional bow kill out in Wyoming. Courtney, next up we're going to do Ask the Experts section, which of course is brought to you by our good friends over at Lancaster Archery Supply. So I'll let you go ahead and do the honors of reading this week's question.
All right, so we've got Kyle Rowland, who he is wondering, so he says, I just got a beginner's trad bow and I need help with an arrow length and picking the right grain. My compound pole length is 30 inches and I will be hunting whitetail. So this one we're sending over to PJ, so take it away.
All right, guys, so we got a question from a bow hunter who bought his first trad bow, he said, and he wants to know what length arrows he should buy and what weight he should get. So let's take both of those individually. He said his draw length on his compound bow is 30 inches. That's just going to be a reference point. You're going to want to measure it with the bow that you're shooting anyway, because that may change depending on the length of the bow, the weight of the bow, those types of things. So if you go to your pro shop, you can find an arrow like this that's going to have measurements on it. All you're going to do is you're going to draw back, come to anchor, and have someone eye up the length for you. And now what you're going to want to do is, with a traditional bow, you're going to want to make sure that your arrow is longer than the front of the riser here. So if it's 30 inches right here to the front, add at least 2 inches on there. That's so your broadhead is out in front of you, and it will also allow for some fluctuation in draw length. You can come back a little farther. If you pull a little harder, that's okay. Now for the arrow weight, I want to make sure that we're specific here that the most important thing is your arrow spine. And now what you're going to do is take your bow weight and your arrow length, go to the spine charts, and you're going to find the correct arrow spine. For my bow here, I got a 40-pound. I shoot a 32-inch arrow. That's a 500 spine. So now I can go in, whatever arrow I'm going to buy, I want to make sure I look at 500 spine, and then I can pick whatever weight you want to shoot. For traditional archers, a lot of them like a heavier arrow, so you may want to look in the 9 to 10 grains per inch category, and then that should do for you. But make sure you get that spine correct.
Well, thank you, PJ, for another great answer. I know that I definitely would have been zero help in this department because I don't shoot nor have ever really shot a traditional bow. So thank you for that answer, PJ, and the folks over at Lancaster Archery. Guys, next up, we're going to jump into trophy photos and see how well Courtney can read as compared to Todd. I'm going to give you all the hard ones.
Oh no.
We'll see
I might be the next Todd replacement because I'm probably going to butcher these
You can't be
names.
worse than Todd. It's
I hope
It's
not.
impossible. But let's find out right now.
Brandon Prellberg,
Brian Anderson,
Greg Minier,
Hunter Zupko,
Travis Henk.
and Tyson Patrick.
Well, congrats everyone. These are some great turkeys, good photos, but if I had to pick a winner And the other winners, or the other contestants, can't get mad at me if I don't pick theirs. But the one that stood out the most, turkey looks good. Bo's in the photo, sitting behind it, makes the turkey look good. I will have to say Tyson Patrick.
Oh, Tyson. I was gonna go with Brandon Prellberg, but it's not up to me. It's
Oh,
up to
great.
It's up to Courtney.
Now
so
Brandon's gonna get mad at me because
Tyson Patrick.
he said
He
it.
was my second choice, but we all have a differing opinion. So congratulations to Tyson. It is a great photo. I'm not gonna lie. He did a good job. So make sure you get your information sent over to us. We will get you your Hunter Specialties and Buck Bomb prize pack sent your way. We got to do an update on the Trophy Tom contest, which I beat Todd at, by the way. I didn't win, but I just beat Todd, which is the only thing that matters. The current leader, according to my statistics here, is Ryan Weller with a 23.2 pound Tom turkey. So this weekend is actually the last chance to send in your entries. So if you did kill a turkey and you took a video of the weight on an HME scale, you got one more week to send these things in, and then we are announcing the official winner. If nobody beats Ryan, he's going to be the winner. So guys, make sure if you are out turkey hunting and you do shoot a bird, or you've got a video that you want to send us, please get it in to us ASAP, as we will be announcing the winner on next week's episode. I think that's it for right now. The bugs are coming out, mosquitoes are out, unfortunately. So I don't think I'm doing anything deer hunting related for a little while. What about you?
Nope, we went and pulled the trail cameras that we had out for Brad's turkey adventures out here in our county, but unfortunately he had no luck as well, so turkey won this year. But other than that, it's pretty good weekend for bonfires and just
Looks like it's going to be a nice weekend. I'm
hanging
going
out.
fishing. I am not doing any deer hunting related stuff for at least another week or two. So if you guys are out doing deer hunting stuff, please make sure you wear your safety harness. Don't be stupid. Don't fall out of a tree. Stay safe. Don't get the Rona. And we will see you next week right here on Bowhunt or Die.
Yeah, but we're gonna get some pictures here in just a second, and that's perfect. Where's the turkey's eye? Eye? Good job. Yeah. Where's its ear?